So 5 Marcy, yeah. That's,
Yeah.
Okay.
Now 5 Marcy is going to be laning up there with Pleb on the safe lanes. Seth, MTD to take the Wind Ranger, of
I wonder
course,
how that matchup
to the mid
is.
lane.
Sounds like a hard one for the Wind Ranger now, because Death Prophet's just pretty insane. But you can at least poke constantly as the Wind Ranger. All right. You'll at least be able to guarantee CS. You always can break the siphons and stuff like that. You shouldn't die. So you should do pretty okay on the Wind Ranger. I just think Death Prophet will come out slightly ahead. SF Marcy is a pretty terrifying lane, not going to lie. But there is a ton of damage from Dawnbreaker and a lot of healing. They just have to be careful, of course, for those raises. But at the same time, also, DGG has to be careful with the IO, with those heals, being able to offset the raises. So, okay.
Well, let's see. So overall, you are still kind of liking what Nigma Galaxy is doing a bit more?
I think SF is a very difficult hero to still utilize at perfection. I think Entity, they're onto something. I think Pure is extremely comfortable on the hero. That's why it looks so good. But all the other SFs lost yesterday, right?
They did. We had a couple of games in the Alliance Team Bold series where it sort of took turns on each side, and both looked like rough performances.
Yeah, so I think the hero can be incredibly powerful because how many buffs it's gotten, how much damage you can deal, etc., all these cool builds you can do, but you have to know how to play it. You have to know how to play around it, because this hero can also just straight feed out of control if you just get caught, if you get gone on, so see how it goes.
Well, I think at least, for Pleb, I think we did see him sort of bring it out during back in the DPC. I'm pretty sure we've seen it from him before, so should be solid on it.
Yeah, I mean, they played it the other day versus Ivy as well, too. It was a last pick, though, so that's where it makes a bit of a difference. They also last picked into Clockwork, which is kind of funny, but...
Let's have a look here. Lower bracket game, of course, ladies and gentlemen. Loser at this best of 3, they are out of the runnings for TI. So everything to play for here. Nigma Galaxy. This is DGG here, game 1.
Let's see if they can withstand the pressure that's going to come out. What it feels like that's going to come out from Nigma, because it does feel like there's going to be a lot of grouping, tons of global potential. You can show up into a fight and be like, oh, there's only 1 or 2 heroes here, and then the IO relocate brings another one. A Dawnbreaker comes in too, so they can quickly bring the numbers to outnumber in every single one of these fights.
Absolutely, it's going to be difficult for DGG to find those pickoffs. Very, very easy. At least, having a huge amount of options in terms of when it comes to being able to try and turn around any sort of move and to react. Nigma Galaxy, they've got so much save, sustain, and just sort of potential to cause DGG to overextend and then sort of surprise them with the sort of the quick bursts that all of these heroes could really give or receive themselves.
And they're actually okay. So they're doing this lane setup here. I mean, it is switching up the pairings a little bit, but it is GH because of his IO wants to play with the Sven. Bit different though, having Chen in that top lane. But perhaps they think they can bully a little bit harder, maybe onto the Shadow Fiend like this.
And is it necessarily any easier for sort of Chen to get the creeps he wants when he's playing this side of the map in terms of camp control?
No, actually, I feel like it's kind of a little bit harder. I'm a bit curious about the lane setup. Because I also think Koro can just straight up die if he gets even hit by like 2 raises up here early game.
On bottom lane. These two off to a hot start there. They're able to run down MNT. It's going to be first blood for Miracle here in the safe lane.
Not careful as the Mirana level 1. They just straight run him down with that movement speed. Up top again, Kuro. He'll be okay.
Yeah, more than set to trade back there with Lodine.
Okay, maybe that's the reasoning why. They probably feel like the Kuroki Chen can trade better with a Marcy because he has just Divine Favor. He's just got this armor and regen kicked in. Io probably can't trade at all with Marcy, and Io just pairs better with Chen. So cool. Nice setup there. And looking at mid, first 2 waves, looking totally even.
I mean, and as it goes on in this mid, it's probably going to stay that way, right? Do you sort of see one of these heroes being able to harass the other completely out of lane?
Not completely harass the other one out of lane. Sumail has this base damage advantage, and I just like the Death Prophet animation a lot lately because of all the buffs. So I feel like he should pull a little bit ahead, not a lot, maybe like 200 gold, like super minimal. Top, but
They can get him. Under the tower, nearly being able to zap him there. See loading, jump back in, hold the two of them back with the rebound stunt. Pleb will live, but
Loading
very, very low there. I think down to the last tango. He's going to get more regen sent out, but we'll be sitting rather low in this lane for a bit.
He didn't block the small camp. This is devastating. That's like the best creep Kuroki could have found here. The best for damage. The other one would be the sustain one, as we always talk about for the mana. But this one, now Pleb can't walk up.
He's got to wait for his careers to come out with the tangos in the south.
I think he even dies from like 3/4 HP to these two. To the Dawnbreaker level 2 nuke, plus the Chen creep. This is a scary position now for the Shadow Fiend to be in. They have to, I mean, they gotta even kill this creep.
I mean, they really want to. They're throwing the raises down. They will get it.
I can't blame them for that. It's a pretty decent committal, but... Alright, he's gonna have to heal. He has to stay kind of full HP as SF or he dies. Kuroki finds another pretty good creep. Yeah, Lodin. This is, I mean, when they do this move, he just wasn't expecting it, so he didn't have the ways to block the camp, I guess.
See Kuro even sending the tornadoes in. Really putting the pressure onto this SF now. They need to get aggressive underneath the tower.
Oh my goodness. I mean, he's just constantly sitting at kill threshold. They just throw one spell and then he's at kill threshold every time.
Yeah, both of them sort of getting caught there by the trail of the hammer from mind control. Nigma Galaxy still looking to try and get on top of this SF. Won't quite be able to land the stun. Maybe jumps back in return, but...
Lodin, you gotta be careful.
Controlling the tower. They're looking both in a bit of trouble here. Loading goes down. Pleb, he's been found as well. Nigma Galaxy, they'll take both the kills up top. It is a rough start here for the safe lane of DGG.
Safe lane, mid lane also, we see Sumail having an excellent time. Doesn't actually go for the bottle. He's going for just damage. So now you're seeing a huge base damage. He has 80 damage versus the Wind Ranger's 63. So you're seeing that separation now, 22-7 on Sumail.
And this, yeah, this top lane, it doesn't feel like it's going to get any easier for DGG.
Harder, in fact. Harder and harder once Kuroki starts getting double creeps and stuff like that.
Absolutely. So the opportunities, the windows for Nigma Galaxy to go for the kills are just going to get bigger and bigger.
And Lodi now, yeah, he cannot really contest versus the Chen creeps. Oh, Kuro. Feeding away that Hellbearer. Whoops. But now he's got a Satyr Mind Stealer. So now SF, see you later. No more raises for you. As, yeah, I think they're just going to continue to dominate this top matchup. They're just, like literally having to commit for these creeps. I mean, that's
with the way things have worked out, you know, having Kuro up here, he has caused a lot of issues. He's been incredibly annoying for DGG.
And bottom with the IO down there, they've had full free farm for Miracle, and they even early on got that kill because of the move speed. Lane setup's working perfect. Kuro, perhaps now getting chased out.
They'll make him work for it. But highly likely to die there. Set up into the power shot, Kuro. Will get taken out.
But he'll burn Lodin's mana for it. Eat that. And now it's Mind Control's level 5. Pleb is level 3 in the top lane.
Ooh, that is concerning. The amount of damage that you're able to do as this Dawnbreaker early on, it's not going to be fun for an SF to deal with. And,
no.
Under-leveled SF at that.
And also, it's going to mean that Mind Control's level 6 is going to come out so early that, let's say MTD, when he sets up with this first gank, when he has Javelin, whoever he goes for, there's going to be a Solar Guardian on top to counteract it. So, limited moves, perhaps, even when they do get that opportunity for the Wind Ranger.
And again, Lodin just being kept consistently low on mana. He has got one mango. Kuro making sure that Lodin just doesn't really have the ability to make any sort of aggressive move.
Straight bullying. The lane setup is working phenomenally.
Already a 2k lead here
Bottom.
for Nigma Galaxy.
Decent chunk of damage onto Miracle. If they actually had a +1, they could have perhaps gone for the kill. MNT, though, he's looking for mid, because I think, yeah, Javelin is coming out on Courier. Off the mark.
Sumail's going to be perfectly fine.
That one was quite off, too. He was walking in a straight line. He just was whiffed it.
I mean, where is your best chance if you're DGG to sort of make that move right now?
You only have a couple seconds.
Dawnbreaker's about to hit coming online.
Maybe you go top and you gank MC at this point, but making the rotation up there is really awkward for the Mirana. Sumail's actually the one making the first move.
And it's hard to really make a play with Pleb, seeing as he's had such a slow start. Bottom lane.
Maybe Sumail here.
They can take him out, though. Catch him with the shackle and with the rebound. Mind control. It's offering up the heal from the Solar Guardian. It's enough to keep Sumail alive. The Siphons are out as well. Sumail's going to be fine.
Every little thing. They even got the Verdurous nail down on top of him with the heal with the Solar Guardian. That's the Caesar's Serenity, by the way. Of course, I'm going to call it the Verdurous Dale. Too much healing. The first move happens. The Dawnbreaker's right next to him. Can just ult anyway. 3K lead.
Yeah, so far, very much coming in with the level of play that the people expect from these players. Nigma Galaxy, solid start.
And the road to recovery for this Shadow Fiend is going to be an incredibly long one. He's level 5. He's got a good way, of course, always to farm in jungle as SF. However, he is incredibly fragile versus this lineup. And they have tons of different ways to get on top of him.
It's going to be just a long time until he's able to arrive in any of these team fights and not only just stay alive, but have the ability to do enough damage to punch through this incredible amount of sustain that Nigma Galaxy share between one another. Yeah,
they're going to be way too tanky when he does turn up, that even with his full combo, they're still going to have more than enough health to commit onto him. I mean, Mind Control is just committing almost alone for the kill.
They're playing very aggressive on this top lane.
Over-aggressive.
May cost him his life.
Oh.
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 What?
Okay.
He had the right click on him, didn't he?
I mean, he stopped his attack. No ways. If he gets out, oh my.
Oh, that is.
Oh
that
no.
Is, what? He stopped the attack.
He stopped the attack. He did. He had ult mana as well, and then ran out because Soul Ring. He could have done a million. Oh my goodness.
That was. Well, Mind Control's happy with that one. He's back to base and he's alive. I mean, that would have been a huge kill there. Not able to get him.
He has to get punished for that. Oh boy. Big slip up. And now Solar Guardian's going to be back up. So their next move, it's going to be met with counteraction. Oh, that's rough.
They're not going to be able to take away this lead that Nigma Galaxy have if they miss those sort of opportunities. 5-2, Nigma Galaxy still sitting comfortably with the lead. Sumail and Miracle farming away very nicely in the top 2 spots here.
The quick push is going to start to come, though. Nigma Galaxy is going to start to set tempo a lot faster in this game after this lead with these lanes, the setups that they've had. DGG doing a good job of just camping these runes at the moment, though. It's going to be a haste bottom. Loading will be able to take it away. Are they going to still try? I mean, let's see.
I mean,
the arrow.
Can they go on Sumail? They'll get the shackle. The heals are going to be coming in. GH with the tether. And 3 of them will still continue to try and push forward. There's more heals to come. Heals upon heals, the tether, the Solar Guardian, they've got it all here to save Sumail. As it's just, this is always going to be the problem with DGG's lineup when it's playing from behind. How on earth do you go on any of these heroes?
You can't make the first move almost ever. You have to be kind of counteracting everything. And also, MNT, he shot the arrow before the shackle. Like, maybe they actually have the damage if he waits for shackle and then arrows. A couple times now, MNT's been off the mark. DGG, pretty sloppy this early game.
On top lane, Pleb.
Uh-oh.
Quick moves here. GH and Sumail head towards the top. Pleb will be able to go Ooh, indeed, it's there in time. TP put to an end. Pleb will try and hide in the trees, but Sumail and Kuro, they'll have him. Dominating now, Sumail here. 11 minutes in.
Kuro didn't even move the tome. He had the tome in his bags the whole time. He could have moved it up and had Hand of God ready. He had no fear. He's like, I'm going to live.
He was chilling. Yeah, he wants to read his book in leisure. He doesn't want to be pressured. He'll look at the time when he needs to and not before.
Level 7, 5K lead, 11 minutes. This is going to be incredibly difficult to recover. When you're behind versus all the healing, as you said, it just makes it that much harder to ever commit for kills. And their lineup, it doesn't really push towers. It's really difficult to ever hit any buildings at this point now because they are so far behind the lanes.
I mean, it definitely feels that things keep going as they have been. This could be one of the quicker games we've had. 12 minutes in, the game being in the state that it is.
they can break high ground. Unlike a lot of drafts, which can have difficulties to break high ground right now in this patch, yeah, Nigmas, they'll definitely be able to. With all the sustain, with the army. They're going to have mech done, and I see Kuroki, he's nearly Vlad's done too, so all the auras are going to be online as well. Yeah, I don't know how the hell Pleb is ever going to get back. He's farming some stacks, but this is not... I want to always say, like, he's on the road to recovery, but he is not. He is...
Even try for mind control.
So far.
But already TPs are coming in. Backups there. They're pretty much Nigma Galaxy with the four of them ready to chase them out. Moonlight Shadow will come into play. I'll turn their attention over to Wars loading instead. We'll try and run. I mean, it's still MTD and Owned Me.
Okay, Miracle.
Fight. In fact, they've got the setup. The Solar Guardian is coming in. Miracle drops the stun onto the two of them. See if they have enough damage here, DGG, to take them out this time. And they do. They'll take down Miracle. They'll catch mind control as well. If they can get out, this is going to be a big move from them. But MTD, TP out, is put to a stop by Samael. He still has the win run.
He might get out.
And with the arrow coming in as well to hold Samael back, they will get away. DGG finding that opportunity to get two huge kills, taking down both Miracle and Mind Control.
I didn't see if the Hand of God actually clipped. I think maybe it did, but Miracle, it maybe came out a little late. Either way, they commit perfectly because they see that relocate pulling them out. Interesting. Okay, they also double ops. I was trying to look at bottom, like, what's going on? It says, the stupid thing they do, man. It says Sentry Ward again. Look, he named the bottom one Sentry Ward.
Sneaky.
They keep doing this to me. I'm like, why do I see two ops wards? And darn it, it's grumble. But either way, yeah. Best fight that DGG's had, an opportunity to go for it. They don't get tower, but pretty decent to at least slow down the Sven.
I mean, maybe that's the problem. You know, now they're confusing themselves. They're like, right, I'll put down this Sentry. Oh, wait, that's a second ops.
I mean, it's confusing me. Roche time.
Should be an easy one here.
Yeah.
For the ghosts out. So they may have stumbled there in that fight underneath their tier 1 bottom. Nigma Galaxy, but straight back out onto the map and taking these objectives that, of course, DGG will have no interest in trying to fight them for.
Still having a little time on Exorcism. Sumail wants to try to find something he can. I like Sumail's build quite a bit this game. You know, he opted to not go for bottle, didn't feel like he needed it, just went for the stats build in mid lane to lane, and then a Yules. Very important in this game because they're just limited on stuns. I feel like that's going to be really nice, always great versus Win Ranger as well. And it's just a natural death profit item for sure, but not as often as we see it nowadays than we used to.
So DGG is somehow able to find the opportunity for another move like the one they're able to force bottom. And despite getting those kills, still the lead persists here for Nigma Galaxy.
They have to somehow find like a way to get number advantage, like it happened bottom, but just looking at it's almost never going to happen because the IO and the Dawn, as we mentioned multiple times, they're always going to be there with the numbers on Nigma.
See what they can get around the mid.
Own me. He's far.
Pretty deep here.
No detection on all 3 cores.
Oh, but it does come to an end,
fades.
Though. Moonlight Shadow fades it. And so, there's Owned Me's life right before his eyes.
These darn cores. And their quelling blades and stuff like that. No slots for any dust. Either way, though, they do get them. Okay, now Pleb is on the slight road to recovery. Still an incredibly hard one for him into the lineup that he's playing against because they get on him and they are super tanky because of the Warcry and all these auras. So it's still massive uphill battle for him, but he's almost at the top net worth, at least, of his team. But my god, is he going to just get deleted when he shows up?
Dire are scanning. Dire's top tower is under attack.
I see Nigma Galaxy looking for opportunities around the mid.
They've got a blink now on Miracle. They've got much easier ways to just jump in and start fights now.
Got Exorcism back up in a few seconds from Samael if they want to push for these objectives.
Even MTD has to be careful. If he just gets blink stunned into silence, could just die. Miracle is here.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They'll opt to go for top instead at the moment.
If they can set something up here onto Owned Me. Beneath the tier 2.
Just gonna take tower. Level 2 ghosts.
Dire's structures are
Sumail now with plate mail also finished on top of everything. He's just so tanky. All this sustained behind the reload.
They'll go for the quick kill. Onto loading. Couple of swipes here with the God Strength. And loading not standing a chance.
Where did they reload from? Can they actually set up on it?
Came here from the top lane. Mind Control's still here, ready to back them up on the way back.
Yeah, I can't quite. They look like they're thinking about it though, on me.
See what he can do. He's going to charge in on towards Miracle. Miracle turns with the stun. But the TP's coming in. Only already getting taken down pretty low here. The ult gets immediately put to a stop. Shackle comes in. Holds back Miracle for now, but the heals with the Tether, the Solar Guardian, and the burst from Chen keeps Miracle fine. Pleb goes down. Nigma Galaxy surround MTD. They'll pick up a third kill here on top of the tier 2 tower. Just a full sort of show there of exactly how hard it is to kill these heroes when they group up. Just heal after heal after heal after heal after heal.
Heal after heal and sustain after sustain, like auras after auras. Like Kuroki, everyone's just buffed up. The war cry as well, it's every little thing. And they even, Pleb shows up, tries to Requiem, gets clipped by a Death Pride Foot Silence, actually contributes nothing into the fight.
See what enemy can do here. Charging,
Nice
getting
arrow.
Miracle pretty low. Still got a minute left on the Aegis. A stun control into Mind Control. See GH come with the heals, try and keep Mind Control alive. They might just be able to land to walk out of this one. They do. Mind Control is going to be fine. Lodine ends up being the one to go down. See DGG now turn their attentions over towards Sumail, but again, Nigma Galaxy, they're too speedy. They back off, they keep everybody alive. They're ready to reset here with the smoke.
It feels like they're never going to be able to kill any of these targets. They have to take out these supports, but then they just get ripped to shreds from the damage of the 3 cores. There's far too much heals. And yeah, Pleb. He's 0-3 and 0. They completely shut this SF down to the point of no recovery. Miracle
He wants
on
more.
the hunt.
Ooh, Pleb farming the Ancients there. We'll see him here, GH.
FTD.
With the chance to jump in, yeah, Miracle. He'll go for the Wind Ranger instead. Easily able to take him down through the duration of the Stormhammer stun. Loading as well. Everybody's just dying here on DGG. Omi's going to charge across them.
He might get chased.
I think
Miracle's
Miracle
here.
might find the chance to jump in up towards the towers to continue chasing him towards the base. 3 dead on DGG. 17-4, just 19 minutes in, 13k lead. Nigma Galaxy, down here in the lower bracket, there's no messing around from them.
No, this is looking like a Rax this time around. Exo's up. They can maybe even, I mean, they can't actually take out mid because that tower's there, but this is looking absolutely irrecoverable. They've got the Spirit Vessel now on the Mirana to counteract the sustain, but they can't get kills to get any vessel charges, and it still probably wouldn't matter.
So Pleb try and TP in, get in position from the side. Can they pull together any sort of team fight, Pleb? They're bringing in with the Requiem. They'll get the Shackle off as well onto Mind Control. They turn with the Razor onto Miracle, but it's not enough to burst through Miracle straight away. Only charges across, tether in, heal up. They'll keep Miracle alive a little bit longer. Requiem trying to push Miracle back, but he's just getting constantly healed. The Solar Guardian's there. 2 dead, 3 dead as a buyback has to come out here from Lodine, as they haven't been able to kill anybody on Nigma Galaxy. Once again, everybody's alive. Pretty much everybody's at full HP. As they're all being healed up, they get the full set of barracks, and DGG unable to do anything to stop them.
Yeah, they literally could barely do any damage. They got Miracle down to 20%, then the heals all get going. I love that they're still hanging on to the Seeds of Serenity even too on Sumail. You see the little green Verdurous nail on the floor too. They're all standing on top of it. They have like 40 HP per second inside of these fights. Nice, yeah. Even Pleb also, by the way, the Requiem, he didn't have full souls. They're so far behind. They have no way to get out on the map. As on to the next Nigma. You can easily just set up for mid. Miracle's waiting to kill somebody though. He's got God Strength, Arcane Rune. He wants to.
Anybody shows. Very likely to make the jump.
He's in.
And there it is. Straight away, he'll look towards Lodine. Somehow, he'll come in with the kill secure. Just Lodine gone for 50. No buyback, of course, on him after using it for that last attempt to defend bottom, which, of course, didn't end too well.
And now look, they dropped the Seeds of Serenity on top of the IO and the tether target. Look at their HP regen, 40 per second on the IO.
Very much going to be a case of DGG just having to consider what they want to change up in game 2, because this game pretty much as good as over. As they'll dive in towards the base, Mind Control swings in with the hammer, takes out MNT. Buyback will come out. If they can do
Exorcism's
anything
back
to
up.
stop this final set of racks going down, it's going to be so hard, if not impossible. Samael charges forward with the Exorcism, the Shiva's Guard as well. The BKBs are out. Only pops his own BKB, tries to chase down Mind Control. Miracle, he'll just jump straight towards Pleb, get on top of the SF. That's Pleb out of the game. No buyback for him. DGG, they'll charge over, they'll grab him, but again, the tether to heal Miracle back up to full HP. Dying up towards the fountain now, DGG. GG is called. 22-minute victory here for Nigma Galaxy. As these are the sort of wins that Nigma Galaxy expects to be getting here in the qualifiers.
Yep. They came in with a super comfortable draft. I mean, their typical sustained draft that has definitely caught a lot of teams off guard in the past. You know, this IO Chen, this is a Nigma specialty, and they even threw more healing on top of it. So really tough game. I think DGG after the lanes, the game was actually just kind of decided. SF was what, level 4 jungling. He couldn't actually do much of anything. So great game from Nigma, and I think they literally made no mistakes. So don't think you can ask for more.
Yeah, even that sort of